money.
Well, that's just
I'm
horrendous.
being a swindle.
It's like any game, though.
Yeah.
Well,
We play Call
depends.
of
I mean,
Duty.
they look like
too.
real people you're murdering. That was a
Kill me.
policeman.
He's a robot policeman.
Oh, well, that makes it all thing. When a robot overlords try to take us over, we'll go, well, you're robots, we can kill you.
And you have 100 days to do it.
Yeah, basically. Someone else would like to go?
Sure.
It's triangle to open doors,
Oh, no.
square to hit, and X to
Just
jump.
not give it to
Let's
Adele.
just not give it to me because the children know how badly I play games.
So today's been an interesting day from our aspect. We've been working on a media guest for the last. We've been working on an additional media guest for the last month, or technically 3 months, but the last month it's really heated up. And in all honesty, every time we get to a point where we're like, okay, it's looking good, it doesn't happen. Schedules generally. Or the negotiations don't work out. It's just been an ongoing roadblock after roadblock. And I tend to be more of a believer that these things just are meant to happen, or they're not meant to happen, because sometimes we get some amazing guests that we just don't anticipate we're even going to get.
And they just fall into our lap,
Yeah.
fall onto the
Well,
radar.
at least in that respect. So, yesterday, we started pursuing a guest that we were actually looking at for Auckland, and because of scheduling, we couldn't get him for Auckland. Yes, it's a hidden. That's the only clue I'm going to give you. And then we managed to get it to move forward really quickly and got approval, and we weren't really expecting to be able to make an announcement until Monday, but about 20 minutes ago, no, about half an hour ago, we got some final approval to announce. So at 4 o'clock today, we will be announcing this guest, and we are looking forward to the reaction. We're sort of watching social media to see what people are talking about a little, because we teased it, but it is always interesting to see people's sort of automatic expectations. Like when we say we're announcing a big guest, and they're sort of like positive or negative people, but almost like they've been waiting for 3 years for this announcement, and they're owed it straight away. So it's going to be...
It's nice to have a bit of build-up and to get a little bit of
There's build-up and then there's build-up.
excitement in the fan base.
So I'll talk a bit more about this guest later in the Twitch stream when we're a little closer to 4. So you're currently playing as Benjamin Gerards, because we need somebody who knows how to play. Although he's never played this game before in his life, I assume.
No, never heard of it.
Never heard of it, there you go. So I'm not sure what we're doing next week game-wise, but this is the one we're playing today. So what do we have on the master sheet of geek stuff to talk about? Logan is going to be rated R. That comes out, nearly just over a month now.
Yep.
Just over a month,
Very
Logan.
close.
That is going to be an interesting movie. And then you can thank Deadpool for it being rated R.
But it does look, from the trailer, it looks a lot darker than
very.
the X-Men type movies that we've had in the last decade or so.
All of it. Well, that's the whole
Yeah.
point. I mean, Wolverine's a guy who kills people. He stabs them.
Yes,
He kills people.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
that can be friendly.
he's being
Yeah.
having a PG Wolverine has been interesting, and the comics have been doing it for years.
Yeah.
There's a few comics where Wolverine's like, okay, now I'm gonna fuck you up, and then there's other times where he's very violent. But generally, he's a guy with razor blades as his main offensive weapon who doesn't seem to hurt a lot of people until they want him to. So having him R-rated is great. I'm looking forward to seeing it. It feels like it's going to be a great film. So there's a lot more going there. Certainly there's a few things coming up, but that's the first big comic movie of the year. I'm glad Professor X is in it. That changes the tone as well. They haven't really talked about anybody else being in it though. So I don't know if there's any surprises there, but I think we would have known. I mean, X-23 is a big extra person to throw in.
Do we know if there's any cookies at the end of the movie?
No. How would you know that?
Well, you know, sometimes they
stupid
say
freaking
things
question.
like that? I don't
I mean,
know.
no, the X-Men ones don't tend. Well, actually, no, the last one did.
Yeah.
But there's no way to know. They're not going to.
They're not going to tell you you have to sit to the end to watch the trailer that's only
Everybody's
going to
gonna
last 30 seconds.
do it anyway, but that's the joy
Yeah.
of sitting on your phone for an hour and thing.
Yeah.
So there's that. Okay, so our Comic-Con website NZ Comic-Con website is due for launching shortly. We've just approved the final draft of it.
And so it's updated, should be more user-friendly and easier to navigate around and find all the different things that are happening
Oh, actually,
as part of the festival.
It is live now.
It is live now. That is
Live now.
exciting.
It's not complete because we've still got to add a few things in, but the Comic-Con website is alive. There's still more to be added, and that'll happen in the coming weeks. But the events are listed. The biggest difference with the Comic-Con website is the fact that we've got the map of Wellington, so you can actually see where the events are, what's interesting, and how far they're going to be set up for.
So think Google Maps with lots of little points on it, so you can actually navigate around the city to work out where different things are in relation to the arena that we use for the show. Should make life easier for those who are travelling around Wellington who don't know Wellington well.
Well, it's also to show people that there's a diversity in what's at the festival. So that site is live. It's in, I would say, beta at the moment. We'll start promoting some of the events, but we announced this week the Highlander Sword Experience. Well, I think it's just called the Sword Experience, but with Highlander star Adrian Paul, who we haven't announced for Tauranga or Wellington, but you can pretty much guess what's happening there. I'm going to do that. That sounds like a blast, and to have 3 hours of swordplay with Highlander itself. Hey, Life Force. Freedom Japanese Market giveaway. Have we done that with?
We've done that with Comic-Con.
We've done a giveaway. So on Monday, look out for a Freedom Japanese Market giveaway.
Yep.
Should be some free Japanese food.
Snack box.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And Valentine's Day is in a little over 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 and a half.
February the 14th.
Yeah, just over 2 weeks in. 2.5. And for those people who are really feeling romantic, Deadpool's out.
Yeah, Hoytson's re-releasing it.
Yeah, because nothing says romance like going to see Deadpool. So, I wonder how many people actually would do that.
Take it apart.
You really need to have a partner who was really into it as well, because otherwise that is not going to be the
That
experience
is
you're
not
hoping
going to
for.
be a romantic.
I don't know. I think especially a lot of
shout.
youthful people would enjoy
So
it.
yeah, it's a shout out to their marketing campaign when they tried to market it.
Yeah.
No, I understand it. It's
Yeah.
definitely a younger thing than. Infinity War, the new Avengers, started filming this week, so that's there's a few things there. We're keeping an eye on that as well, but that sounds like they've got a lot of people in that. The fact that the Guardians of the Galaxy are in it as much as they are is. I mean, Thanos is the bad guy, so that makes sense to have them there. It just depends on if they're just turning up for the finale. You're in a pit.
It's just destroying the house, and
Can't you shoot him or something?
You only got a sword.
no, let me get back in my ship. He's doing
So there's a new X-Men TV series, which I think is a spectacularly stupid idea.
Animated or live?
Live.
Oh,
Brian
boy.
Singer's going to direct the pilot. It's supposed to be about, from memory, it's about it's about some human parents who have mutants as children. I don't know. I mean, that kind of thing.
Well, do you remember the X-Men animated series?
But that's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
pretty
but I
different.
mean,
No, it's
back in the when did that come out? In the 90s?
90s, yeah.
Yeah. So back in the 90s, that was quite interesting and quite enjoyable.
Yeah, but it's totally different to a TV series.
It's talking
I
about
know.
kids being the.
I mean, the Legion's coming out soon, and that I'm looking forward to. But that's one guy doing some stuff. So it's doing an actual thing set in that world. All it does is it means you're going to have some pretty punk-ass X-Men.
Well, yeah, I have to wonder if it'll be a bit like Heroes, you know,
Well, yeah,
live
exactly.
action Heroes.
Just
yeah.
Misfits or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
it's
Yeah.
not, which is not the same sort of thing. I mean,
Yeah, you've got to have, you've got to have Professor X, and you've got to have the,
not necessarily, but
The
you need
school.
to be. There's a level of, okay, this person. If every mutant character is pretty much just, I can read people's minds, or I can see through things, or I can do stuff that's really easy to do digitally, then that's fine. But if you're talking about stuff that's just getting beaten out by crocs, but
This game was going to be easier. But I suck at everything.
Maybe there's like something we're
Did
missing.
you ever see the X-Men cartoon?
Hey, why are you
Yeah,
on
why are you still
X-Men
talking about
cartoon?
that? We're not
Jesus
talking about
Christ.
that. No one was talking about that.
If you can if you can hum the X-Men cartoon for me now, I will keep talking about it.
I don't think I
What's
can.
the theme song to it? I can hum it.
Oh,
and I
you,
will hum it.
you go hum it. You hum it.
Because it was in all the games as well.
It was, actually it was. Yes, I remember it now.
You're just saying you do. You still do.
I do. I remember watching it with Dad and with you kids when you were younger.
Aquaman they had the first table read, which assume means that they've actually got a script
It means things are underway.
underway and underwater.
So all those set photos were they just tests?
They haven't any pictures you've seen of Aquaman so far is Justice League.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is a weird sort of thing to have. I suppose they've done it with Spider-Man. There's like 20 minutes with Spider-Man, and now he's got a movie. But to introduce Aquaman to the characters and then go, okay, now here's the movie, is a very different way to obviously what Marvel did.
Yeah.
And it's pluses and minuses. I'll be interested. I'm still going to see it, but there is a connection to I've watched this person in a movie. Now I'll watch them again in this other thing. Versus I've only seen them for 20 minutes. Do I care? I mean, Spider-Man's different. Aquaman, you're introducing a whole setup. So anyway, so they're filming that over in Gold Coast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's a good old time. Supergirl, Flash, and Arrow are all back this week.
Any idea how to bank the money in this game?
I think you have to go back to your airship.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I thought so, but I didn't want to exit.
Yeah.
And
There's like a
journey. Oh. Heist complete. There you go.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, so you stay as...
60 feet.
Oh, I would have tried longer. Oh,
What are you
yeah.
gonna say?
That's better than me.
So we can leave whenever we want. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought like you had to keep your movement.
No.
I think you can only go so far, I think, because I've got some other
Yeah, they
ship
didn't look too
started,
long.
like attacking me.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the new Gorillaz music video?
No.
No.
It's pretty interesting. It's apparently
First
they...
one in years, right?
Yeah, like in 6 years or something. Well, 6 years since they released their last music. But yeah, like, there's like Donald Trump mentioning it, obviously.
Obviously.
Because it's called Hallelujah Money.
You know, that almost makes sense.
But yeah, it's very cool. But it's kind of like...
animated, or is it got this?
They got a live person in it, but like Damien Albarn made one song, made an album last year or maybe 2 years ago, and it sounds kind of similar to that. He's one of the main Gorillaz guys.
Alright.
Well, as I said, so the Flash, all of those DC shows are back this week. I think the Flash has been good. That was more of a setting up what's coming episode.
Nothing really happened.
Yeah, but it was at least moves forward. I actually quite liked how they changed the introduction. So it was like, forget Flashpoint, we're doing this.
Yeah. Such a long
I
explanation.
haven't watched the Arrow one yet, but I've heard good things. Legends of Tomorrow,
Was okay.
yeah, well, it pretty much generally is okay as the description for that show. I mean, it's
Yeah.
moments you want it to be better, and sometimes it is, but I
It's
don't
not
know.
consistently
No.
awesome.
It's much more cartoony.
Well, my
in some of
dad's
the logic.
frustration with it is he says, they're not going to win a lot of the time. There's always going to be, my dad's like, they can't win all their battles straight away because that's the point is they've got to go.
What does get one of the bits that honks me off
formulaic,
is
you
the
know?
Flash has spent this whole season going, you can't change time, you've got to be, I created Flashpoint and now I'm doing this and da 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 da, and you're like, and it's a big freaking deal. And he just says, I'm not going to travel back in time to save Cisco's brother because you can't do that, right?
Yeah.
And then Legends of Tomorrow is like, fuck that shit! We're punching Einstein and we're doing this and we don't, yes, you've got to, we're guardians of the time stream, but we're just going to keep doing this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's polar opposite. And considering you have Flash characters in this show,
Yeah.
I know.
It's-
Oh no!
Make
I
it
forgot
be-
you can't fall too far.
Oh.
Anyway, so the Flash Supergirl musical episode, it's a Flash Supergirl Flash crossover in a Flash episode that's going to be teased in a Supergirl episode.
Yeah.
And they've got Darren Chris from Glee, which makes sense, all three of them, and supposedly John Barrowman's going to sing
John
in it.
Barrowman, Victor Garber's going to sing.
Yeah.
Jesse L. Martin.
Essentially, they've gone out, who can sing, and people have put their hands up.
Carlos and Jeremy.
I mean, the gold standard for musical episodes, because there's really not many, is the Buffy one.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
Buffy one is freaking awesome. You can listen to that as an album
Yeah.
and enjoy it.
Well, people do.
And
Yeah.
people do,
You
yeah.
know?
I mean, I'm excited. I think that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So long as they have good songs.
well, that's
For
gonna,
it.
yeah.
Are they
Yeah.
going to do? They must be doing original songs, or are they going to do?
Dude,
other
I
songs?
hope so, but I don't know.
No,
I mean, it's coming out in
Kind
March.
of like the Buffy episode that did the musical.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
Buffy
the thing
did
is,
originals.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the thing is, the Buffy one
A
was.
demon that turned everything.
No, I
Yeah.
get that, but they also spent like double the amount of time filming that, so they had some big delays because of it.
Because of it,
Yeah.
But so they might go with just here's a song, sing this.
They take a
Yeah.
while doing crossovers on those shows as it is, so.
Well, I don't get why. It's like when the last crossover they had, there's certain characters you can just say, okay, you're not in this episode, or
Basically,
do a Superman
yeah.
crossover with the Flash, and boom, you don't even need to worry about Supergirl for an episode.
Yeah.
Or Superman can take half an episode of Supergirl while she's filming. There's ways to do it, and it seems
Yeah.
like they're going out of their way to be awkward about it. But the whole Supergirl thing with Guardian should free her up a little.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the big problems with any show that is based around one character, is that generally they have to be in every scene.
Yeah.
But the more of an and that's the true when you start, but as the show progresses,
They are building more of an ensemble.
yeah, and so you can have
other storylines as well.
yeah, you can have an episode that is more centered around one person. I mean, Doctor Who does it, and you must admit they don't do it that well most of the time. But they do have episodes which are there you go, that are more orientated towards sharing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that there's better ways to do it. The Futurama. I've actually seen the Futurama musical. Have you seen the Futurama musical?
Is it like an actual live musical or is
Well,
it?
no, it'd be an animated version.
Are you sure? There's like Shrek the
This is-
musical.
Yeah, Shrek the musical is great.
See, you never know.
Isn't it Adventure Time doing a musical thing on there?
Like a live action.
Yeah.
They've only got one season left to go for that, right?
Really?
Have they? I thought they were finishing soon.
Oh, I never heard
Adventure
about
Time.
that.
I could be totally wrong. I'm willing to commit that I am totally wrong.
I haven't. I don't know. Like I've been watching that long term, so I'd be scarred if that went off.
Well, they finished, unfortunately. The regular show finished just recently.
Did it?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because that one I know they finished because I, you know, was a little more involved in it.
They made an announcement.
Did they? Oh, 'cause I was just watching that.
You can smash the walls, the like pink little things. You
Oh,
just
can
have to
you?
hit it, yeah. There you go.
Oh my goodness, it was glass.
Alright, so, and obviously this week we had the release of the Star Wars title, The Last Jedi. There was a thing a month or so ago where they'd reserved a bunch of Star Wars domain names, and people were saying, "Is this the new Star Wars type name?" And but because there's so much stuff happening in Star Wars, it could just been a game, it could have been an animated thing, it could be something they're thinking about in 10 years. Who knows? So the Last Jedi it opens up the whole thing because there's definitely the teaser at the beginning of Force Awakens is Luke Skywalker, the Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker is listed as that. But is it, my thinking more is that the Last Jedi is not a singular thing. Is it?
Plural.
Oh yeah, hacking. Yeah, it's plural.
Oh,
It
you're
means
hacking. Run the hack?
it's got $825.
We'll go to the.
Go to the airship. Go to the airship.
I don't want to fall because I keep falling and dying. A real fish should have ankle-proof breakage.
Yeah.
Well, you got to spend that money on
Swords.
swords and 62% still.
Because it was like that bottom
Yeah,
area.
how do you
But
get to the bottom bit?
I could have probably looked around better, but
And then you can buy stuff.
So yeah, so the Last Jedi. It's a matter of when is the next trailer? When is the trailer?
Yeah.
Because we're 11 months away, which feels like we shouldn't even be talking about a trailer, right? I mean, how much do you need to see? Personally, I would love it if they didn't have a trailer at all.
Yeah.
If they just put up a little teaser saying "The Last Jedi" and then just a blue lightsaber with Luke Skywalker standing behind it, and
Yeah.
that's it, and you go, "Look, we're going to see this fucking thing.
Exactly.
Let's go in
They don't-
totally
They
blind."
don't need to even tease stuff at this point. People
As
are
long as you know-
guaranteed to turn up to the cinema.
Yeah, and I suppose the thinking is what we can do more. We can let's push it, but it would be so good to just go in blind completely.
It is actually nice. Yeah, sometimes.
Only film that I can remember, a sci-fi film that I can really remember going in totally blind for, was The Matrix.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
We went in had no idea what it was. It was 1999. I mean,
Yeah.
not a lot of internet around.
No.
No.
But we went in totally blind to that
See
one.
that box you're standing on? Yeah, I'm wondering if you
Yeah, I wonder how you can break them.
Yeah.
maybe it's like you have to
tried
unlock a
jumping
I think you have to
on
unlock a
yeah.
move.
Yeah.
I know that there was stuff that you could do with like the
Maybe.
R and L buttons, like R,
Yeah, L1's the sneak,
sneak, yeah.
but like they don't
Yeah, if you
really.
press R3, it did something as well.
Yeah, I was looking at
Oh,
that.
it runs maybe? I don't know.
Nah, it looks like it's going just as fast. I think it's because they want you to be a beginner at first, so then
Yeah.
you don't learn now. I was being so careful till now.
It's a little bit brutal, isn't it?
It
I don't know if
is.
it's like,
like
cartoonish kind of
Cartoony
imagery,
steampunk Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed.
but- Yeah.
I guess Assassin's Creed is already
Steampunk
kind of
version.
steampunk.
Yeah, so
Oh. No.
No, get back to the.
no, he's not following you.
Oh.
Stop right there.
He's just saying stop right there.
Yeah.
Stop right there.
What you doing?
He's just staying there.
If there was any Powers TV show. Yeah. We're undecided until we've seen it, I think. We don't have very high expectations, which I think
There's a
is
Power
very
Rangers
good.
TV show?
No, Powerless.
Powerless.
Oh,
Yeah,
Powerless.
no,
Oh,
Wednesday.
you might be undecided. I think it's going to suck. I'm going to watch it, but
I'm kind of into stuff that sucks, though, sometimes.
I'm not touching that one. Yeah, no, I don't mind, but I watch too much stuff to devote time and energy into
fair
something
enough.
that I think is just. I hope it's going to be good. I love Alan Tudyk, so.
Oh no! Yeah, that's the one you gotta watch out for.
There was so much as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Alan Tudyk, so I'm glad he's. No, I'm not going to go see 50 Shades Darker.
I might out of curiosity.
Out of curiosity.
Okay.
I had to watch it for
Okay.
film.
I
So.
saw the trailer the other day.
How
at
bad was the
cinema.
first one?
It wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't good.
I saw the trailer. and
Because
it
they
looks
made
like some
BDSM
weird-
vanilla.
It looks like some weird kind of like ghost thriller
Yeah,
type
'cause of the
thing
thing.
going on.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
saw the
I haven't. I
trailer
mean, I
too.
haven't read the books at all, but I was a bit confused watching the trailer. I was like, what kind of film are they trying to?
Mum, have you watched the
Isn't
books?
it like white bread dominatrix movie? I mean,
I haven't seen the movie.
We don't know yet. I've only seen the first one, and the
And I
first one
haven't read
was
the books.
pretty vanilla.
Yeah.
But, because we were just talking about sexuality in our film class as well.
Yeah.
But someone's vanilla is someone else's extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's.
That's probably not a discussion for Armageddon Expo, but yeah.
It's a main stage discussion.
It's a main stage
I remember
discussion.
once
yeah.
having a getting somebody complaining that I was a little too crude on the main stage in at Sydney, and it had been I remember introducing Renee O'Connor and Hudson Leak, who
Yeah.
then proceeded to spend at least 20 minutes talking about lesbianism on the stage.
Oh no.
Which wasn't real, and it was
I could see that.
100% great. I mean, not great, but you know what I mean. It was a proper
It was
conversation,
an
not a.
honest conversation. Yeah.
So it was just interesting to see some people's level of
Your
prudishness.
introduction was not.
No, I wasn't
No.
terrible.
No.
Could have been worse. Could have been better. Part of the reason I don't do the stage anymore is because I can't be trusted with people.
I thought it was dead for a second.
Ta-dam. Got a
Yeah.
nail in me.
Look at those spikes. How are you supposed to get?
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
But
that.
there's no money there, is there? So you
No, I
need
don't
to go
think
there.
so.
Well,
But
can you go through
maybe
the
it
wall?
That is
opens.
taunting.
Maybe it opens up if you kill the thing.
Well, you probably got to do the
Yeah.
goes in, surely.
Oh.
No.
It's okay, guys. It's not real pain.
Oh, I feel your pain.
Do you want to try?
Not even a little.
Oh. You can now double jump.
Yeah. We're going to finish this up a little early this week. It'll be a half hour or so session because we said we've got this guest announcement we want to make sure we've got all our ducks in a row for.
Oh, man. What is this?
Does
Um,
anyone have any questions for us this week?
Three
Anyone who
people
isn't
that are
related to
watching.
us? But you're looking forward to more Thor or Guardians of the Galaxy?
I think Guardians of the Galaxy looks really
Really
exciting.
enjoyed Guardians. I'm looking forward to Thor, but
Because of
because
visual-
Taiko's
yeah.
in it, that changes the tone. So until I see a trailer, I don't know what to expect with that movie.
And because Thor will also have Doctor Strange in it.
Yeah, but is that going to be like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange? Like he's in it for 20 minutes? I mean, it can't be
Yeah.
long because he wasn't really.
He'll be in it for a start, but yeah, but better than nothing.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's true.
But Guardians is what I'm looking forward to
Did you-
because there's no rule book in that. They can really do in any
You guys
direction.
were watching Doctor Strange last night, weren't you?
Yep.
Yes,
What
yes.
did you think of it? Did you enjoy it? Because I talked to someone yesterday who hated it.
I loved it.
I think
Yeah.
it's a good movie. It follows a pretty simplistic.
His origin is a paint by
origin
numbers
story.
origin.
Yeah,
Okay, I mean,
yeah.
they didn't change the origin. They kept everything. I know some people were sort of against the whole whitewashing. Is that the
Yeah.
right term?
Yeah.
And I think that they were looking in the wrong direction because the Ancient One character is a massively offensive, cliched
Yeah.
Asian character.
That's why they said
To
they
keep
didn't
it
want
would have
to.
been even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. That I think they're assuming that something shouldn't be changed just because that's been the way is wrong, and And I enjoyed it. It was better than I thought. I wish Cumberbatch had just had his normal English accent. I just don't think
Yeah,
they
I
needed
don't
to make
think-
it American.
Would have been even cooler.
Yeah.
But no, Guardians hands down. It's going to be that. There's so many extra things they can play with.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what music they use for
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Sounded like
Yeah.
Um,
But that
Yeah.
could be the problem. There could be like too much hype for it, you know,
Yeah.
for Guardians.
true, but it's
It's
the
one
same
of the-
guys. I mean, hell, I was impressed they managed to get it to work
Yeah.
the first time round. So it's and the first time was again a pretty simplistic story if you really look at it.
Although I know people that didn't like that one either, but
Each to their own.
yeah.
They can see you through the windows. I know, yeah.
I was just saying this whole thing.
Oh, and the new Samurai Jack comes out in March.
Oh, that could be good.
Yeah, apparently I watched.
Is there a trailer?
They
for that?
released like a mini documentary, like a talk about it last year in July, just about how it's a lot darker. Like he's still in the future, and now he's got a big beard, and he's just pissed,
Well,
and he's
angry
lost his
or-
way. He's lost his way
Yeah.
because he was a respectful samurai, but now he's just kind of. Yeah, but I don't know too much about it, but I'm gonna watch it no matter what,
yeah.
even if it's.
Well, how many? Do you know what?
It's a set mini series, so it could be 10 episodes, could be 6.
But is it like they're finishing it, or is it just a new ongoing thing, or what?
I think it just depends on how well it does.
Now,
But at the moment, I don't think they're expecting to do more than just one season.
I sort of almost hope they don't, because it'd be nice to have. It's
Like
always
when
nice
you
to have
can-
resolutions,
Yeah.
like the Twin Peaks thing is. I'm really looking forward to that.
And
But
you really don't.
I
wanna
really
make
hope that they just said, right, we're just going to do one season and we're done, and thank you. Because then you go in going, great, this is going to be awesome. But if it's made with the intent to have a season 4, then it changes the dynamics of what they're going to do.
People are gonna get like reboot weary.
Yeah.
Well, it's different when we're not talking the difference between a reboot and a continuation. I mean, that's a big difference in terms of.
I just feel like every other
was it-
day a reboot of something gets.
Yeah, but
announced
you've
now.
got that. But it's look at Gilmore Girls
That's true.
as a continuation.
Will and Grace is coming.
Will and Grace is coming back. We've never been at a point where we've had, okay, we're going to continue. Twin Peaks is exceptional because the series virtually set up 25 years later in it, which is messed up. So the timing couldn't have been better. Doesn't mean it's going to be good. You just hope it will be. But
They do have a lot of people stuff cast for it as well.
They do. They
Yeah.
have a great cast for it.
But yeah.
no, I expect it to great. I'm just, you have to.
Wait and see.
All right, so that's what we're going to sign off shortly.
Any last questions?
No, we had any decent questions. It's been a slow week. We need a better game, I think. This is a reasonable game, but I think we need to have something people sort of respond to a little more.
Game recommendations.
Yeah, game
We should
recommendations.
put that up on the thing, but we're looking at a thing for Dunedin where I think it's not Street Fighter. What's the other Tekken? Or one of the main fighting games comes out the weekend of Dunedin, so we're thinking of having a big presence up there.
Oh, I know who that last comment's from. Hello. How
Yeah,
are
wait
you?
15
How's your holiday going?
frickin' minutes. You're not getting anything until then. 'Cause you're just one of the normal people.
Only special people in the house.
Mm.
Hack
So
Rack
we're
Computer.
announcing this guest in 14 minutes.
Hack
We've
Rack
spent the
Computer.
day putting.
No,
Look, he's dead.
It is
Um,
really sunny out there today. I'm not surprised
I'm
you
not
got
having
sunburnt.
The weather discussion.
I'm not. I'm commenting on sunburn.
She's as pale as milk. Why? Don't you tell her. Yeah, in about 13 minutes, we'll be doing announcements and for this guest. And I think it's going to go down quite well. I think nobody's going to see it coming. I'm pretty happy with it. It's so the just freaking vampire. I knew it. This one of the things that this is going to do for us is this is the biggest lineup we've had for Dunedin ever.
Yeah, I'm surprised you decided to go with him for Dunedin as well.
It just came down to negotiating deals that work for both shows. And the flight costs for getting people down here is consistent no matter whether they're in Christchurch by itself or Christchurch and Dunedin. So there's some benefits to that. That's Dunedin benefits from having Christchurch right beside it. Partly because we wouldn't do Dunedin by itself.
Yeah.
But also because this year it means it's going to really get. There's a chance we're still working on a few other guests. Although I'm not. I've got one guest that I'm still hopeful for, and we've got a couple of people that we're waiting on that are in the country. Shannara, if you're around listening.
They're not. Trust me, they're not.
They're not. But they're all filming. They're just getting into getting ready for filming. So I imagine they're all just concentrating on that.
Yeah.
But so that might change a little bit of what we're doing as well. So. So look, thank you once again for our third Twitch stream, minus Taras this week, except digitally by message, nagging us for information. Ooh.
Damn it.
Oh, that was close.
25 deaths.
Yeah.
And only $521 to
I've spent money
on what?
on getting another job.
Yeah, that seemed to open the doors.
Alright, well, thank you one and all. It's our third official Armageddon Twitch. That was Ben playing. Anytime we were somebody was winning, it was Ben.
Anytime everyone was dying, it was me.
Courtney.
But I think that that's a good time of any to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you again, and stay tuned in 10 minutes.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.